So it's finally time we take a look at Dying Light's 2 newest update, probably the biggest since release. It includes a new Game Plus mode, the first look at the new legendary tier, and a lot of other cool challenges and rewards, so let's begin. Before we jump in though, I want to give a big shout out to Nvidia and Alienware for sponsoring this video and for sending me a brand new Alienware X15 gaming laptop. This lets me take full advantage of the GeForce 30 series GPU features, but more on that in just a little bit. Now when you get in the main menu in the new update and choose to play campaign, it will now let you start a new Game Plus, assuming you have any save files where you have finished the main campaign. By the way, I totally recommend backing up these save files before you do that, just in case. I've heard rumors that there's various bugs with the new Game Plus, so yeah, you can go ahead and find these save files in these locations on the screen. Now in new Game Plus mode, you can continue with all of the skills and items you had in the first playthrough. This includes all of the skill tree unlocks, any weapons and upgrades or blueprints unlocked prior to that, but you won't get to keep your Night Runner's tools like the paraglider or grappling hook, since these are obviously tied to story missions, so you'll have to reach those points in the main story again to get them. But I think it's totally worth it still. These are very easy to get, it doesn't take too long in the main story to acquire them, and there's other really cool benefits on top. One such benefit is the new special encounter you'll spot on the map with a distinct infected orange icon. During the night especially, you can encounter demolisher enemies which seem to have the best chances to drop a weapon with the new legendary quality. I was lucky enough to get a few of these, and these are basically the natural progression and the level above the artifacts we already had. You'll easily spot them with a distinctive bright orange color, but they also come with much better stats than the previous tiers. In this case, I got a chance to get a legendary tomahawk that came with 393 damage by default and slightly higher secondary stats, but once fully upgraded you can get over 500 damage with just one-handed weapons, so that's actually quite a nice one and definitely needed a new Game Plus. Obviously you will also want to make use of the correct charm that you got before, since this is going to give you infinite repairs, so these legendary items never get destroyed. Now Nvidia's GeForce 30 series GPUs power up the Alienware X15 series, and the one that I got a chance to play with came with an RTX 3070. Recently Nvidia unveiled their reflex technology, aka click to display latency. This pretty much lets you reduce system lag, allowing your PC and display to respond faster to your keyboard and mouse inputs, which is likely something you'll want, especially in competitive online games. Of course, if you're like me and are here just for the eye candy or performance boost, you still have access to Nvidia's ray tracing and DLSS. Ray tracing simulates lights and shadows very realistically, which is something you'll want for the most immersive graphics. Meanwhile, DLSS uses deep learning AI to give your game a speed boost without compromising image quality, so you can bump up those resolutions and other settings and not worry about any frame drops. So if you want to check all of that out, definitely follow Nvidia's Reflex download links below and save up to 30% on Alienware's RTX 30 series laptops for a limited time using my links in the description. Now in terms of other benefits, new Game Plus also seems to have added additional GRE Crates. This is basically what you need to get the inhibitors needed to upgrade your stamina and HP levels. So this is going to be even more important in new Game Plus, as there's a few new, well, tiers of difficulty added on top, mainly in the form of having more Banshee and Volatiles spawning out in the open world, and of course also Infected being able to scale up to your own level in the new update, which previously I'm pretty sure was only possible once you finish the main story. Well, in the new Game Plus it's always going to be like that, so you will definitely want to get the best loot possible, but also as many stats as possible. In any case, let's talk about some of the rewards, including the free ones and a few cool changes that I think are definitely worth it. So one of them is the fact that the DLC, Samurai and Peacekeeper packs have finally been turned into skins. These previously came in the rare quality, which made them pretty much obsolete by the time anyone would even claim them. Now if you check your stash in the new update and head over to the extras section, you'll notice that both of these outfits now appear as skins that you can toggle, assuming that you've unlocked them in the first place, so I definitely recommend you go ahead and do so. I've covered this in the past and you can find them at techlandgg.com. But this means you can now equip your highest end game gear and simply turn off or on these skins from the character menu right here if you toggle them on in that extra section in your stash. It makes it much more easy to now like control which stats and high-end gear you have, while also having a separate tab for your character's look, which I think is really awesome. In terms of some of the other challenges and skins, if you link your game to TechlandGG, as I've said, you can also redeem this brand new item called the Wyvern Glider skin. You need to head over to the events tab of the website, click the parkour challenge set, and scroll at the bottom where you're going to get this option to claim the item. Once that's done, head over back in game in the stash extra section, redeem the item, and you're going to get the free skin. This is how it looks in game, by the way. I think it looks really nice. The color scheme definitely works with some of the tier 3 armors that you might have gotten at this point, and it also has the word Wyvern written in the front part. Of course, in the first person mode you're not going to see much of it, only parts of that glider when you activate it, but it's a nice free gift. Others can see it if you play multiplayer, and there's a bunch of other cool stuff that you can see around when you perform these animations. Now, on a final note, there's also a 5-part side quest slash event that was just added with the new update. It's called Something Big Has Been Here, and you can activate it from your objectives menu. This basically makes you fight a new special type of elemental goon, which can come in different types. I've seen one with fire effects, another one with electricity, and also one with poison slash radiation, and they're definitely way stronger than the normal counterparts that you usually encounter in the game. For the most part, it's because they also leave these trails of status effect on the ground, and their attacks are now also imbued with these respective effects, so you're definitely going to want to keep your distance and use the dodge mechanics as much as possible. I really like these, kinda hoping to see a lot more of these diverse type of enemies, because they kinda change things around quite a bit and give you new opportunities to test out your builds in different ways. Once you do finish part 4 out of 5, you can go ahead and get the legendary goon hammer, which by the way will again be transported back at your stashes extra section, so you do need to head over back again. But this is an amazing weapon. Don't be fooled by the lower damage on it by default, because this sends enemies flying in just one hit, if not even blows them to pieces. Almost like having a guarantee max rank fling mod on it, so it's definitely welcomed, and it has that max quality, so why not? In any case, this is it with the update. If you want to read the full list of patch notes, I've left some links down below that you can follow. It's a pretty big patch, even co-op has been addressed, and there's a bunch of other cool changes in there for the gameplay, so I'm gonna leave you guys at it and see you next time.